So just to tell you two sentences about who we are, who is TOMRA. TOMRA is the world market leader in the production of sensor-based sorting technologies. So we sort everything, the nice stuff like diamonds and golds, and the smelling stuff like waste, and metals and olives and fruits and tomatoes. Everything based on sensor-based sorting technology. So I have heard a lot of things so far. I know that at the moment in Europe, plastic is the very bad guy. Anyone is against plastic, but to be honest, plastic is not throwing itself into the environment. The problem is the inhabitants. We throw it somewhere in the oceans and everything. So it's nice that on the Commission side you ban different kinds of single-use plastic items, which, by the way, are used here for the coffee, for the spoons, everything, on a sustainability conference, which is in a way strange. Plastic as such is a good material. It saves a lot of cost in transportation and production, but it's unfortunately not recycled in a good way. And that's the problem. So, sorry, that was too fast. I don't want to make you feel that bad, but the actual situation just in plastic packaging recycling is this one on the board. So today, when, for example, Germany, there I know the numbers, we claim we have a recycling quota of 50% in Germany. And we claim, like always, we are the world market leader on that. But how to come to these numbers? So we say we count the licensed amount from all plastic packaging, which is just 85% of the plastic packaging, compared to the material coming out of the sorting plant, with all its moisture, dust, dirt, labels, remaining cat food inside and everything. So if we say we have 50% and you put the real amount of plastic packaging compared to the real plastic coming out of a final recycling step, from 50 we are down to nearly 28 in Germany. Guess some other member states. So just by doing, the exercise Jorgo said already, that by 2025, in Europe, the member states have to fulfill from this plastic packaging 55% recycling rate. Just the increase compared with the new measurement method, so not compared the licensed amount with the bale, the real amount into the market with the final product, it means if you sum up this, we need to more or less more than double the amount of plastic sorted out from the official numbers. The issue is, and that we faced, and we have a lot of experience being the world market leader, and me personally 30 years in this field, the issue is that, again, we do the mistake. So if we implement 20 different bins and bags, you find plastic in each and any bin and bag, and the glass and the paper and everything. Because we do the mistake. And the times when waste is not collected and burned around the corner or in the forest, these are not anymore practiced in Europe. So waste is collected. The issue is that only 1 or 2 of these bins is sorted. The rest is dumped or burnt. So that means even in Germany, you see 50, 60, 70% of the plastic, and not packaging, plastic in total, is burnt, either as a fuel in cement kilns or an incinerator or waste to energy and everything. And I personally trust, as long as whatever material has a market value, the PET bottles for the water, 400 euro per ton, 500 euro per ton, why the hell to dispose it or to burn it or to dump it in a landfill? So this, I think, is wrong. And if you see the same numbers for Greece, for example, Jorgo, sorry to say, you have 33 times more plastic in your green bin, which is the residual bin in Greece, than in the blue bin where it should be. So again, people. And that brings me to the plastic recycling rates. So official numbers, when you take the bale out of a sorting plant, so all the plastic is wrapped in bales, and you put this in water in order to get really plastic for recycling, then you lose about 30% of the moisture and dust and dirt. This is what I said in the beginning. And this is for low quality recycling. If you take these numbers and you see then, just with a different measurement method, the real numbers of the plastic recycling rates in Europe, it's a disaster. And as I said before, we need at least to double the capacity of recycling, of sorting out, at least double, which is about 15 million tons of plastic, but then where to put all the plastic? So we need recycling facilities for that and bring it into good quality products in order the brand owners to use it in their standard products and not to produce black waste bags. We cannot make 10 million tons of black waste bags or whatever. And therefore we need, of course, the financial help from the systems, the banks, because that is an invest of several billion euro for Europe. So, you know, when we talk about this residual waste bin, together with universities, with consultants, we did a lot of morphologies in Sweden, which means we are not picking a ton and make a morphology of this residual waste. We took 400 tons from Stockholm, for example, put it into a dedicated sorting plant in Oslo, and made a morphology. And then you face that in all these countries, you talk about 50 kgs, 40 kgs per inhabitant, per capita, plastic packaging in the residual waste bin. Which means for me, in front of any incinerator or landfill, you need to install something, a sorting plant, because obviously to push and to force separate collection is not working. And we are trying it in Germany since 1992, with lotteries, with benefits, with profits, and it's still not working. So it is a general failure in my thinking. In Norway, by the way, this is by law, that in front of an incinerator or waste-to-energy plant, you have to install a sorting unit, at least to take out the remaining valuable material, which is given in Italy, not by law, but they do it, they subsidize it, in Spain, in Poland, in Portugal, and in Norway, as I said, by law. So, and that is, the time is anyhow over. So what we trust in and what is done in the countries I just mentioned, we have to sort more than this particular bin. So either we go back, which is more or less not possible driven by lobby guys, to a different collection system, maybe only 2 bins or 3 bins instead of 20, or we put a sorting plant in front of the disposal unit, which could be a landfill or an incinerator. I'm very proud, you know, exactly this sentence, that we have already equipped about 250 sorting plants in Europe. In these sorting plants, you know, in the morning shift, they treat the packaging material, separate collected, and in the afternoon shift, they treat the remaining residual waste. And, you know, from both streams, they take out the aluminium, the Tetra Pak, the paper, the plastics, and both material streams are sold finally to the same recycling company. And I'm very proud, from this type of units, we have at least 2 in Greece, as you know, and none so far in Germany. So, thanks a lot, and yeah.